Hey, I'm Bryce Jeter, running for Fort Walton Beach City Council. Bryce Jeter, local citizen of Fort Walton Beach, local business owner of Fort Walton Beach, family and kids live in Fort Walton Beach. Mother and father live on Okaloosa Island. Brother and sister all live around here. Got nieces and nephews that live around here. I'm running to help make this place a little bit better. It's an awesome place now, but I want to get involved and I want to make it better. You know, I'm the kind of person, if my kids play sports there, then I want to coach, or I want to volunteer and I want to make the park better. And if my kids go to school there, then I want to volunteer and I want to get involved. I want to help make the playground of the school a little bit better. So if we're going to live in this community, I think it's an awesome place to dive in head first and really try to help make the community a little bit better, especially now. Now is the time. You know, you can say you're too busy. You can say you have 5 kids. You can say you have a business to run. You can say you're too busy. But if we don't get involved right now, we'll look back 20, 30 years from now and wish we would have gotten involved right now when the next 5 or 10 years really shape our community for the next 50 or 60. So I love this town. I love riding my e-bike and my golf cart and seeing and meeting everybody in the community. And I want to see everybody come together and really make this place better. A lot of it is just that, it's wherever your kids are involved, wherever your family and friends are involved, you're going to dive in head first and, let's all get our hands dirty together and just try to make the whole community better as a whole. So any individual specific things, it goes back to sponsoring all the ball clubs, sponsoring all the ball teams, and getting involved in fixing up a public park or a restroom or a bathroom. And then on top of that, it's going to be fiscally conservative and be smart with our money. The city needs to be run like a business, and we need to treat every dollar just like we would if it was our own business, and our citizens and our taxpayers are our customers. We need to listen to them, but we also need to be smart and really think forward the next 5 or 10 years in our community, really shape our community for the next 50 or 60. So we've really got to work together and get the next 5 or 10 years right. We'll champion getting everything done that's currently in the pipeline. I've been asked that a lot, and I don't think we have time to reinvent the wheel or find one specific thing that we're going to, stick our flag in the ground and stand strong and say, we've got to do this or else. I've talked to a lot of people on council, and they say, running was one of the greatest things they ever did, win or lose. The winners get on council and they also say, I have a whole new perspective for the decisions that are made and the people that are up here. So things like that can constantly change. You got to be willing to adapt, to overcome, and to communicate and compromise, like we've said a lot on this trail. So there won't be one specific thing that I'll champion. I think we have 5 or 10 huge projects in the pipeline, and we really need to focus on getting those right, keeping the ball rolling forward down the hill to get done. We don't need new initiatives, new ideas, or go backwards 20 years. We need to be moving forward and moving forward fast. The fire assessment fee was a hot button topic for everybody. That's what got all of us involved in a little more government years ago, including myself. When you see something like that and you realize it's going to cost you thousands of dollars, call it a fee, call it a tax, your ears perk up and you want to get more involved and you want to learn where the money's going and why it's going there. So going back now, was the majority of people, including myself, against that years ago? Absolutely. Our budget's doubled in 10 years and we got to be smart about overtaxing and overfeeing our citizens. Now, there's other sources of income. So when that fire assessment fee got passed, we didn't even have the half-cent sales tax. So the few millions of dollars we raised by a fire assessment fee, we've now got millions of dollars in a budget that's doubled over 10 years where we could very easily get that source of funds somewhere else. A pressing issue is listening to our citizens a little better. We need to be a community that all comes together. The more I've campaigned, the more I've gotten to know a lot of really cool people in this town, and we all feel the same way. We just want to make the place a little bit better. We love it how it is now, but we want to make it a little bit better. We all used Windows 95 20 years ago, and that was great. But now we have Windows 10 and Windows 11 out there. So we need to get everybody on board and explain a little bit better what Windows 10, Windows 11 is like. We need to explain what Fort Walton Beach 2.0 and the big projects that are happening around here and how they can shape our community for 50 or 60 years. So immediately what needs to be addressed is the city manager working with city council and city council being the voice of the people. We need to roll out the red carpet for some of our local landholders and get them to come play in the city of Fort Walton Beach. We need to get people to be excited about the city of Fort Walton Beach, and we all need to get excited about the next 5 or 10 years around here because, again, they shape the next 50 or 60. So without any one major thing that's wrong, what needs to be addressed is all of us coming together for a better Fort Walton Beach. The same thing we've said this whole time. And you want someone with energy and enthusiasm? That's me. You want someone willing to communicate to everybody in the community, from the government to every different group and organization? That's me. You want someone willing to compromise? We've all got to work together and communicate and compromise. But I think also that goes back to, like I said, when you get on city council, your thoughts and views on some things may change and you learn. So the more we can learn from each other, the better off we'll be. I'm the kind of person, if I'm going to open a business, I want to talk to 20 people about that business and how they've done it before I get involved. The same thing of city council. Same thing if you're raising a child. You want to seek advice. You want to seek good counsel. So when we all come together and we can all help one another, then we'll all be a better place.